Hello. What's going on, guys? Fears, audience. Um, I was about to do a podcast, and then I started looking at this. You guys know who this is. That's some Dillian Harper action. That's what I was looking at. Um, anyway, I'll put that away. Anyway, so what's up? I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. J-Man's in the house, and he says, "Hey, Fears. Hope you are staying safe with the hurricane and all." Well, I'm here. I'm here in Missouri. I'm not in Florida. I'm still in Florida, J-Man. My dad's funeral is this weekend, so I'm still with my family. But I talked to Sam, and Sam said he lost power not once, not twice, but I think he told me he's lost power 3 times. So I'm going back to Florida next week. So next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, I will be back in Florida. Anyway, I'm gonna call Visions because Visions has not seen my podcast in a while. So yep. Let's see if I can get Visions on. So I'm actually feeling a lot better. I'm feeling a lot better. I just want to say thanks so much for all the prayers and the blessings and everything, guys. Everything. So yeah. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So let's see if I can get Visions on here. I'm going to try and call Visions. Come on, Visions. Visions. Oh, Visions. Visions. I don't think I'm going to be able to get him. I'm just going to leave him a message saying that I'm streaming. Yo, let's see here. Yo, I am streaming right now. So come and watch. Hopefully Vision sees my message. Anyway, J-Man says, keeping you and your family in my prayers. Well, I appreciate that. I do feel better, though. I do feel better. You know, the thing is, when someone passes away that you really care about, yes, you're going to miss them. Yes, you're going to miss them. But I'm so glad that my dad is in no more pain anymore. The pain that my dad had to go through, it's crazy, man. Of course I'm going to miss my dad. But what's what's really cool is what's really cool is my dad's gonna be in his original military suit because we're having a military wedding. I mean, not a wedding, a military funeral. So my brother's friend is in the Marines. My brother's friend is in the Marines, and he found my dad's vintage suit online because my mom didn't want to use his original suit. My mom wanted to keep. So my brother's friend found an original duplicate of all my dad's medals online, all my dad's suit, and so basically we just duplicated everything, and that's what my dad's gonna be buried in. So I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool that my brother's friend, and he's my friend too, went out of his way to do all of that. So yeah. J Man says, keeping you and your family in my prayers. I appreciate that. Richie says, hello, fears. What's up, Richie? Pixel says, howdy, fears. And you are correct. At least now he's in no more pain. Exactly, Pixel. I mean, am I devastated? Yes. Am I hurt? Yes. But I love my father so much, and at least I mean, and I've got all the good memories up here and in my heart, you know? So that's what's going to keep me going. And I know my dad would be like, John, as soon as you get back to Florida, make those dreams come true. Because my dad never gave up on me. I know you guys have never gave up on me. Yeah, I've been through some rough times and I've made some horrible decisions, but nothing like too chaotic. And Richie, I appreciate you saying that. Thank God Fears is in Missouri, not only for to take care of all my dad's funeral stuff, but I'm missing all that hurricane bullshit. But Randy called me and Sam called me, and they told me, whew, it's crazy. So Randy said him and his mom packed a bag, and they like drove. I can't remember how far they drove away. They drove like an hour or two away, I think he said, and they're staying in a hotel until the hurricane, like uh, until the hurricane goes away. And then Sam said he lost power, not once, not twice, but three times. And I said, well, Sam, I said, is it bad around? Because Sam lives about 15 minutes down the way from my apartment. And he's like, it's not that bad around where we live, Fears. And I said, oh, okay. I said, that's cool. And he's like, well, thank God you're there. I said, well, I said, I'm going to be here anyway because I love my father. And he's like, dude, he goes, if I could be in Missouri right now and not have to go through this, I would. So anyway, I'm leaving next Tuesday. So the funeral's this weekend. By the way, what's up, Jason? What's up? Good to see you. Good to see you, Jason. By the way, I've been loving the content, Jason. I haven't caught up with all your videos because Peter's been quite busy with my dad's funeral, or preparation. The funeral's this weekend, but it's oh God, it's been exhausting these last 2 weeks. Lots of emotion, lots of craziness. Whew. But I've kept up on most of your videos. Probably when I get back in between me applying for jobs, I'll catch up. So yeah. So there's Visions. There he is. There's Visions. I was like, Visions, you better not miss another stream because I got some great news, buddy. Great news. I was this close to finding Chopping Mall, buddy. This close. I didn't get it, but I was that close. So I've got a lot of updates to tell everybody. So yeah. Jason says, thanks, buddy. Hey, no worries. That's why we're buddies. Now get off your fucking ass and follow me on everything, Jason, you little turd. Follow me on Instagram. I mean, no, well, he's already followed me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Facebook. Son of a bitch. I'm just joking. I'm not mad at all. I'm just joking around. Whenever you want to, Jason. Fears isn't forcing you. I'm just playing around. I'm trying to get the old Fears back, you know? I'm trying to get the happy-go-lucky John Fears back. So I'll probably make a couple jokes here and there, but I'm probably going to be still pretty bummed for the next couple of months or however long it takes me to get over all this because it's been kind of crazy. This is nuts. Mercenary Man, what's up? He says, hey, Fears, chat. Richie says he's looking Richie says he's looking over you now. Oh, I know he is. I know he is. My dad never gave up on me, and he never will. You know, my dad always gave support, love, advice, and I'm gonna rock. I'm gonna rock my speech. My mom wants, my mom wants me to do a speech, and my brother. So I'm gonna pull up my speech so far, and I'm gonna read it to you guys. So give me 1 second. I've got it in Word document. So just give me 1 second. So it's not finished. It's not finished. So I have until the weekend to finish it. So I've got some time. But all right, here we go. Let me just open it up. There we are. All right. I labeled it "My Dad" by John. We have the same name, John Fierce. I said, "My dad was many things. He was my mentor. He was my friend. He was my father. He was my hero. My dad taught me many things." And then I went down and I said, so I put, "My dad was many things," and I said, "He taught me everything I need to know about being a man. He taught me how to play baseball. He taught me how to play soccer. We'd go to games. We'd play video games together. Uh, the vacations that we went on were amazing. Because without my dad's job, there's no way we never would have went to like California and Florida and stuff. So I thought I would add that in. So I said the vacations were amazing. And then I said, even though my dad is gone, he'll always be with us, comforting us, making us laugh, and watching over us. So that's all I've got so far. But I don't want to make it too long. I don't want to make it too long. But and then of course at the end of the speech, I'm gonna put "I love you" or "I love you, Dad." But it's still a work in progress. But let me know what you guys think. So uh, that's what I've got so far. So yeah, Pixel says Papa Fears would want the happy-go-lucky Fears whenever you feel comfortable like that again. Yeah, I know. It'll probably come back slowly. So yeah, you know. Jason says, "Sorry for your loss. This has been a bad year for my buddies." Hell yeah. Tim lost his dad over the summer. Oh shit! Now I did not know that. I did not know that, Jason. He didn't tell me anything. I'll have to write Tim and say I'm sorry for his loss. He didn't tell me about that. So yeah. Pixel says, "Are you doing a video for the funeral service, like a collage of his pictures, uh, or any home videos?" Not any home videos, but what we did is we went to the church a few days ago that my dad was baptized in, the same church that he grew up in, and the church that he married my mom in, which is in downtown St. Louis, and it is a beautiful church, and that's where we're gonna have his funeral. So we're gonna have the viewing. We're gonna have the viewing at the funeral service, and then the next day we're gonna have the funeral at that church, Pixel, and we all made posters. So I went through the Fears archive, the Fears family archive of photos and video and everything, and we're not gonna show video, but we took a bunch of photos and put them on like poster boards. So we didn't glue them. We just took that like ticky tacky stuff and like stuck it on the board, and then each person put up a favorite photo of their dad. So I personally made one. My mom personally made one. My brother's wife, and then all my cousins and aunts. So there's about 10 to 11 posters with millions of photos. And then my mom is going to take a bunch of like photo albums and put them all over the room. So then people can come in and check them out. But yeah, but no video. But what I plan to do is on Fearsman 26, when I get back to Florida, I'm going to sit through and check out all the photos that I posted on Instagram of me and my dad, all the photos that I posted on on my Facebook, and I'm personally going to make a video because I remember I liked what Jason did. Jason, I hope you don't mind me bringing this up. Jason made a video about him and his grandpa. I don't know if you guys remember that video, but Jason made a really cool video about um, his grandpa passing away, and then Jason put tons of. And I remember Jason, you said your grandpa likes to. He was a good bowler. He was a good bowler, and I thought, you know what? I said that was a cool video that Jason made of his grandpa, kind of like a tribute video. So I'm gonna probably make like a this is my dad. This is what my dad stood for, and kind of a like a tribute slash honoring, like to honor my dad. I'm gonna make like a video like that. I mean, I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna do it word for word like Jason, but I'm gonna do my own little thing. But I thought that was the inspiration. I thought that was a great idea. I said that's pretty good what Jason did about his grandfather. And your grandfather seemed like the coolest motherfucker ever. Like that guy seemed cool as hell. And my dad was cool as hell. My dad was awesome, dude. Such a cool guy. So yeah, I thought that's what I'd make a video like that, but that's what we're gonna do. Anyway, let's get on to the topic, shall we? So let me just open this up. Anyway, what did you guys think of my speech? Let me know. It's not done yet. It's not done yet. But what do you guys think so far? I don't mind the criticism, good or bad, though I just jotted down a few notes. So it's probably going to be. I mean, I told my mom. I said it's probably going to be like one good paragraph because my mom's like, don't make it too long, but don't make it too short. And I was like, I just want to like I said, Mom, I just want to put down like a few little memories. I want to put a few little things that my dad taught me. My mom's like, that's great. So um, I would appreciate your guys' honest opinions. So let me know what you thought about it so far. It's not done yet. It's not done yet. Just remember that it's not done. But let me know what you think. Honest opinions. All right. Let me open up the topics. There we go. I've got some good news. I've got some updates. I'm kind of updating right now of stuff we've been doing, but I got some good stuff. I got some good stuff. Visions in particular, I got some great news. Now, well, I got some great news, and then I got some bad news. But the good news is I was this close. I mean, this close to finding shopping mall, because today is the only day that we had nothing to do, and so I was like, "Hey, mom, I'm gonna get out of the house and just go for a drive and just kind of collect my thoughts." And of course, I was like, "All right, I'm in St. Louis. I need some Emo's pizza." And then after Emo's pizza, I was like, "I'm gonna go to VStock, and I will find that fucking movie." I get there, and here comes the bad news. The guy's like, "Weren't you here like 2.5, 3 months ago?" I said, "I was." I said, "I was visiting my father and visiting the rest of my family." And I said, on a day where I had nothing to do. He goes, "Yeah, you were looking for the fucking hilarious mall movie." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Do you guys have it now?" I said, "Do you guys have it now?" And he goes, "Dude," he goes, "I've got some good news and I got some bad news." Direct quote, Pixel. And I go, "What's the bad news?" And he goes, "The bad news is you're 2 weeks too late." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "We sold it 2 weeks ago." And I was like, son of a bitch. He's like, "Oh, yeah." He's like, "I know you're looking for that movie, man." He goes, "If you would have been here 2 weeks ago," he goes, "we got another copy in." And I'm like, "All right, well, what's the good news?" He's like, "Well, the good news is," he's like, he's like, "I'll give you the website to the vstock.com warehouse." And he goes, "Once it comes in, then you can just order it and you can send it to your house." And he's like, "Where are you from again?" I said, "Well, I'm from here, but I live in Florida now." He's like, "Yeah, you can just ship it to your house." So the hunt continues, buddy. I was like 2 fucking weeks. I was like, God damn it. So I was close. I was very close. I was that fucking close. Yeah, let's see. Good news, sport. Chopping Mall is on YouTube. Oh no, no, it's not. Are you serious? Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. Chopping Mall. Hang on. The full thing, Pixel. Chopping Mall full movie. Holy shit. Yes, it is. Oh my fucking Christ. I am watching it tonight. Oh my God. Oh, I found it, Pixel. I found it. Oh my God. This is amazing. I'm watching it tonight. Before I go to bed, I'm watching this fucking movie. But I still must own it though. But I will watch it and I will give you guys a comprehensive review. And then I know what you guys are thinking. Visions is like, Fears, you fucking son of a bitch. He goes, I don't even care about Shopping Mall. I want the fucking Sleepaway Camp review. I'm going to get on it right when I get back home. But this is amazing. Pixel, you are a genius. You're a genius. Shopping Mall 1986. A group of young shopping mall employees stay behind for a late night party and some hot sex in one of the stores when a group of mall robots get struck by lightning. Oh, this is fucking great. So already they're breaking the law. They're stealing shit out of the mall. They're having sex, they're drinking, they're boozing, they're going ballistic. And these robots are like, all right, I've had enough. It's over. I've had it. And I just end up killing a bunch of people. Well, serves them right. There it is. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to watch this. It's going to be epic. It's going to be amazing. Anyway, so Visions, that's the bad news. So the good news is he sent me the website. I looked at it and he said it depends on what the warehouse gets. And I said I'll definitely keep the website. So every once in a while I'm going to look on VStock.com. If I cannot find it there, I just don't want to buy it off of eBay or Amazon because the outrageous prices. Oh my God. I looked it up. It's actually on eBay, but they want like $45 for it. I'm like, I like cheesy horror movies, but I don't like them that much. I'm like, if I can find it for like $9 or $10, that's great. $20 max. But I'm not paying like 45, 50. Hey, Fears, $70. I'm like, hey, you can kiss my ass. That's not happening. But anyway, time for some more good news. So somebody must have told Sega that my father passed away. And Sega emailed me and said, hey, I'm sorry to hear about your dad. And I said, oh, I appreciate that. And he said, I'll unblock you off of Twitter. And I was like, oh, nice. I unblocked him. Thank God we're still friends. And he's like, don't be a stranger to add me to like your show sometime. And I was like, I'll think about it, you know. So Sega may be making an appearance. Sega may be making an appearance on the Fears podcast again. So yeah. Amazon has it on Blu-ray for Chopping Mall, $24. That's not bad. That's bad. But here's some more good news, Visions. I found a movie. I don't know if it's as good as Chopping Mall. Oh, by the way, I said, okay, so Chopping Mall's out of the question. So I said, well, I have to find the comment. So that's another fucking hilarious one that Pixel and Vision told me about. Remember Pixel? It's the fucking one where it's two fucking hilarious like valley chicks, and they're like, "Oh my God, yeah, we love fucking guys," or some bullshit. And then they go to sleep or some shit, and then they wake up, and then everybody's dead except for the two girls, and then they go shopping in the mall, and then they end up like killing zombies, and it makes no fucking sense whatsoever. But Fears must own this. So I'm looking, and the guy's like, today is not your day. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, we just sold that 2 days ago. And I was like, oh, you sons of bitches. I didn't say that to them, but that's what I said in my mind, right? And I'm like, all right. I'm like, well, at least I tried. And he goes, but trust me, he goes, you don't want that movie. And I said, why not? I said, my friends online told me about it, and it sounds absolutely fucking hilarious. And he's like, oh, no. He goes, trust me, the movie's hilarious. And I was like, so what's the problem? He goes, it's the price of the movie. And I said, oh, and he goes, brand new, it's like $50. And I was like, ooh. I'm like, no, I'm good. And he goes, but that's the, but he goes, but he said, but that's the special collector's edition with like all the bonus features and the fucking, 2 commentaries and all the outtakes. And I was like, well, I like that shit. I love all the behind the scenes shit. So I said, Fears would probably spend $50 for the whole movie, but I said, I don't want to spend $50 on the movie. So there it is. Night of the Comet. Yeah, they have the Blu-ray on Amazon for 15. Now that's not bad. So I'd rather pay 15 than $50, whether it's the special edition or not. So I found something else. I'm gonna go get it. I'll show you guys real quick because it's in my bag over there. So is it as good as Night of the Comet? No. Is it as good as um is it good as Shopping Mall? Probably not. But I watched this movie as a kid and I thought it was fucking hilarious. And I do not have it on Blu-ray. Now I have it on Blu-ray. So I'll show you guys what I got. Also, Pixel, this is an omen, man. I'm walking by. I see the Blu-ray. I see the Blu-ray for Sleepaway Camp. And on the back, they had that 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 classic photo where she's all like, going ballistic and shit. And I was like, I can't wait to do this review or finish it. The Blu-ray I sent you on Amazon is a collector's edition with the DVD and Blu-ray both included. So you could give the DVD to Randall or Sam, and you can keep. Oh yeah, okay, there you go. There you go. Wait, you sent me a. Did you mail me? Wait, I'm confused. Did you mail me a Blu-ray, Pixel? Did you? Oh, I didn't know this. Well, I haven't been at home, so you must have got Fears' address from Good Old Visions. So I guess there's going to be a Blu-ray waiting for me whenever I get home. So there it is. Oh man. Wait, you got Fears Night of the Comet? Ooh. Well, let me go show you the movie that I got. So anyway, before I do that, the topics are. Let me get the topics going. The topics tonight are Casey Neistat is back, and I'll get more into it. He's back. He's back to making not daily content, but he's back. He's back. And then I've already done one topic. I've already done the VStock stuff. Well, I'm continuing the VStock stories. So, but I already did the updates. So, quick updates. Funeral is this weekend. I'm coming back next Tuesday. And either Sam's gonna pick me up or possibly Casey. Now, just take that with a grain of salt, though, guys. She says a lot, but she's got bipolar, and sometimes she says she's gonna do stuff, and then it's just lip service, and she doesn't actually do it. So, but me and her have been talking almost every day, so she's showing support. So I can't fault her for that. We did have a 2.5 hour conversation went really well. And the other day she said, hey, anything I can do to help, let me know. And I said, well, it would be good to see you when I get back. And she's like, well, I was serious about us going to church together. And I was like, that actually would be really fun. And she's like, maybe we can go to that British restaurant like for lunch. And I said, we can do that. I said, we can do that. And then she's like, well, do you have a ride? I said, what do you mean? She goes, do you have a ride like when you come back? I said, I thought about Sam picking me up. She goes, well, I could possibly pick you up. It depends on what day it is and when you're coming into town. And I said, the minute I know, I'll let you know. And she's like, yeah, do that. And then she's like, I'll definitely let you know. Her classic line. Oh, yeah, I'll definitely let you know. So is she going to do it? Maybe. I don't know. So fingers crossed. Anyway, Pixel, what did you think of my speech? Nobody's telling me anything about my speech. Again, it's not done yet, but let me know. Anyway, let me go get the movie that I bought at VStock. Again, I don't know if it's as good as Night at the Comet or Shopping Mall, but I saw it. And It looked fucking hilarious, Visions. It looked fucking hilarious. So I was like, oh, I have to get it because I've seen it on DVD, but I have not got it on Blu-ray. So let me go get the Blu-ray real quick. But hopefully you guys will get a giggle out of it. I gotta be honest though, they were kind of slacking on the cheesy horror movies at VStock this trip. Last trip they had all sorts of shit like Dead Surfers Part 2. I'm still looking for Drive-In Massacre Part 2, The Revenge of the Ninja Killer. I've got it on DVD. I don't have it on Blu-ray. And I've got the first one, but by God, I will get Drive-In Massacre Part 1 and 2 on Blu-ray. If it fucking kills me, I'll get it. All right, I'll be right back. All right. So I've got a few things to show you. So if you guys remember, there's a ton of shit in my mom and dad's basement that's mine. I have like my own little cubby hole of like all the shit that I've accumulated from birth to now. And I thought this Blu-ray was lost forever. My brother knows how much of a Ghostbuster fan I am, right? So I was like, oh, I'll go downstairs and look through the shit. Because one day it's all going to be in Florida, or if I move back here or whatever I decide to do, one of these days I'll have to take all that shit and put it in a house that I buy or a condo or whatever I'm going to do. So I'm nosying through the shit and I find this movie. I thought this movie was lost forever because my brother bought it for me. He said, "Oh yeah," he goes, I saw it online and I knew you'd love it." Thank God I found it because I'm taking it back to Florida with me. Booyah. Ghost Heads. Ghost Heads. It is a documentary, and it's got Ghostbuster fans. It's got Dan Aykroyd in it. It's got Harold Ramis before he passed away. Almost all the Ghostbuster people are in it. Um, that fucking hilarious guy that gets shocked, at the beginning of the movie, where he's like, "Hey, I'm getting a little tired of this," and he's like, "You volunteered, didn't you? We're paying this. We're paying you, right?" It's like, "Yeah, but I didn't know I was gonna get electric shots." It's that fucking guy. He's in this movie. So I thought it was lost forever. So thank God I found it. And then I love this movie about Charles Dickens. I thought I didn't buy this. I've got it on DVD. I don't have it on Blu-ray yet. So that's what I found in my basement. Here's the one that I bought at VStock. So yeah. All right. All right, you guys ready for this? This is the one that I found at VStock. There it is. Fucking Meteor Man. That's right. If you guys have never seen this hilarious movie, it's fucking hilarious. Fucking Meteor Man. There's his little costume. Look, there's him holding on to the fucking meteorite. Right there. All right. So yeah. Hilarious. Yeah. Oh, I've got that one, Pixel. I've already got Blank Man. I just don't have Blank Man on Blu-ray. And I already had Meteor Man, but I'm going to give Randall my DVD version of Meteor Man. Anyway, Pretend Stories here. What up, Pretend Stories? He says, what speech? Oh, I'm going to do a speech this weekend at my dad's funeral. So I'll pull it up again. And, Pixel says it was a beautiful speech. Thank you, Pixel. It's not finished yet. It's not finished yet. Vision says Blank Man rules. Oh, yeah. It fucking rules. Meteor Man rules, too. Especially the end part where he's like, show's over. And then that fucking hilarious guy at the end with the fucking like poofy afro blonde hair is like, says who? It's like, says Meteor Man. And he jumps off a fucking building and here's the guy and he fucking swoops down, fucking eradicates the guy's face as he's flying and then punches him like 8 million times. That scene's fucking great. Do the speech for pretend. Okay, I will. Again, I haven't finished it. It's just kind of um, like little notes that I've wrote down, but I'll read it to you guys in a minute. So, yeah. Well, it's a speech about my dad. It's a speech about my dad pretend story. So, my brother's gonna say something. My mom, I know, is gonna be too emotional, so my mom's not gonna say anything, but she wants me to say something. My brother's gonna say something, and I think my grandma fears is gonna say something because that was my dad's mom, and I think my dad's best friend is gonna say something. So it's a bunch of people that's gonna say something. But um, how big is your TV at home? You mean the one in Florida? I think it's oh, what is it? I don't know. No, it's bigger than 32 inches. It is. It is. I think it's a 50-inch TV. No, wait, no. I think it's 40. I think it's a 40-inch TV, Visions. But anyway. Oh, buddy, that's nice. Would love to hear the speech. Again, it's not done yet. So here we go. Let me open it again. I've got it in Word document. All right, so let me click on it. Now, some things I left out because some things are too personal and I can't read it. So um, I'll just give you a little bit. So I just read you the stuff that I want you guys to hear because there's other stuff in it that I skipped because it's just way too personal. If I read it, uh, I'll probably start sobbing right here. So it's entitled "My Dad" by John Fears. So it's so "My Dad" by John Fears. So I hope you guys like it. So I put a bunch of stuff like, my dad was many things. He was my mentor. He was my dad. He was my friend. He was my teacher, stuff like that. He was my hero. My dad taught me many things. He taught me how to play baseball. He taught me how to play soccer. He taught me everything I needed to know about being a man. And even though my dad is no longer here, he'll always be with us, comforting us, making us laugh, and watching over us. So that's all I've got so far. And then before that, in the middle was all the personal stuff that I don't want to like read you guys. But it's about so far it's about with the personal stuff that I didn't read to you guys, it's about maybe 10 sentences. So I have one more day. I'm gonna jog down maybe like two or three of my favorite stories about me and my dad. Uh so yeah, so it's a work in progress. But so yeah, there's some of it. There's some of it. Will there be music behind the speech? There's gonna be music at my there's gonna be music at my dad's funeral, but I think they're gonna turn down the music, pretend stories, and just have me read it. So I'm gonna read my speech. So I'm just gonna type it up and then I'm gonna print it off and I'm gonna I'm gonna have it in my coat pocket. And me and my brother got matching suits. So we got a black blazer shoot. I can't even talk. A black blazer coat, white shirt, black tie, black vests, black pants, and then black shoes. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Uh, let's see here. Vision says, "Is it plasma?" What are you on about? Is it plasma? What this? No, this is just a documentary of. I don't know what you mean. There is ectoplasma in this, but I don't know what you're on about, Vision. Of course, there's ectoplasmic residue in this fucking movie. Oh yeah. I'm sure it'll be nice, John. Good on you. Oh, thanks, Pretend Stories. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys like it. Again, just little notes that I've wrote down. It's not done yet, but Fears is going to knock it out of the park for my dad. Vision says not bad. I'm sure it'll be great. Oh, I know it will, and I appreciate all the support, you guys. I appreciate it. So yeah, I don't know what Vision is on about. Plasma. Is there plasma behind Fears? Oh shit. And Sam's already pre-planning. I forgot to tell you guys about this. Sam's like, "Oh, Fears, you know, as soon as we get back," he goes, "we're just gonna set your stuff down in your house, and then we're gonna order a fucking pizza, or I'll make you pizza, and then I want to see you get scared the shit out of with some more games." I was like, "I like that idea, buddy." So yeah. And I said, "Well, what if my plane gets in late?" He goes, "I don't fucking care, Fears." He goes, "We're doing it. We're playing it wherever." So look out for a stream, a gaming stream, whenever I get back. So there it is. Sometimes shoot out white ecto. Wait, sometimes I shoot out white. Oh my fucking god. Oh lord. All right, now I get it, Visions. Well, you need to shoot out some white ectoplasma into your lady. That's what I'm talking about. Who's coming to the airport to pick you up, brother? We got a mad storm going on. I had to put plastic down and put on borders up on the windows. I heard about all this pretend stories. Sam lost power not once, not twice, but 3 times. Randy, he doesn't live in Daytona. He lives near Daytona. And I talked to Randy. He said, "Fears, I can't call you." He goes, "I'll call you on FaceTime." And I said, "Why can't you call me on the phone?" He's like, "We're not even at home, Fears." He goes, "I packed a bag. My mom packed a bag. And we drove like 2.5 hours away from the storm, and we're in some hotel, and we're gonna ride it out, man, until the storm's done." And I was like, "Oh shit." I'm like, "Okay, Randall." I'm like, "Well, thanks for the update, buddy." And I'm like, "Just be careful, dude." I'm like, "Just be careful." He's like, "Oh yeah." He goes, "We'll be fine." And I'm like, "Well," I'm like, "Dude," I'm like, "I love you like a brother, man." So I'm like, "Just don't take any chances. Just fucking get out of there." And Sam's like, "Fears, when you coming back?" And I said, "Next week." And he goes, "When though?" I said, "Probably next Tuesday, next Wednesday." I said, "Depending on." I look at different airlines. So whatever the cheapest flight I can find, that's the day I go on. But I said, "Mom, I don't care what airline I go on, just let's find something on the cheap, cheap, cheap." And Sam and everybody thought I was coming back this weekend. I said, "No." I said, "I can't come back this weekend." I said, "This weekend is when the funeral and all that stuff's taken on." And so he's like, "Oh," he's like, "You're coming back next week." And I was like, "Yeah." I said, "I'm coming back next week." And so Sam was looking up all the stuff online. He said, "Oh," he's like, "Fears." He goes, "You'll be gone," or he goes, "It'll be gone by then." And I said, "That's why I decided to do it next week." And Randy said, "Oh, you should be good, Fears." He goes, "If you come next Tuesday or next Wednesday," he's like, "you'll be good." And I was like, "I hope so." So yeah. So that's another story, pretend stories. So let me catch you up for all the people that are just coming in. So I'm glad she's being so supportive, but you just have to like. I love Casey to death. She's great. She's a wonderful person. She is a nice person. I just don't like some of her character flaws. But I've got character flaws. Sometimes Fears does too much of this, and I get in trouble. Sometimes Fears has got way too much energy. I try to use my energy for good, though. No one's perfect. No one is perfect, except for my dad. My dad's perfect. He was a perfect guy. He was the best. Um, but besides everybody else, no one's perfect. So she's got bipolar, and sometimes she says she's going to do things, right? Pretend stories. But sometimes she doesn't. Sometimes she doesn't. Sometimes she's serious, and then other times it's just lip service. It's just nothing but lip service. I'm a doer. If I say I'm going to fucking do something, I do it. So so she said, we're talking. We had like a 2-hour conversation. That was great. That went really well. And she said, "Well, anything I can do to help you and your family." And I said, "Oh, I appreciate that." And she's like, "Hey, John," she's like, "just tell me like when the funeral's over." And she's like, "I really want you and your mom to like go out to like dinner, like on me." So she's like, "Just like you pay for it. And when you come back, I'll give you the money. So just tell your mom it's on me." And I was like, "If you do that, that would be nice, Casey." And then she said, "Well, I want to help out. So do you have anyone like picking you up at the airport?" And I said, "Probably Sam." And she's like, "You tell me what day." And she goes, "Depending on what time it is and what day, or if I have to work or not have to work, I may be able to pick you up. And I was like, that would really be nice if you picked me up. I said, because then we could hang out. I said, I want to hang out, and have more of those conversations like we had on the phone. And she goes, well, I was serious about all the stuff on the phone. She's like, I do want to go to church with you. And I'd love to like go to that British restaurant and talk more. And then she was like, because I'm not really so sure about this guy. She's like, you're a great guy. I may have let a good guy slip out of my fingers. And I'm like, oh God, I've heard all this before. And in my mind, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, well, why didn't you hang out with me ages ago, right? Because I'm kind of over it. And that's why I've been looking for another girl. But I'm like, I don't know. Maybe she had to realize that she lost a great, I don't know. Anyway, so, but will she really pick me up? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Will we really go to church together? That would be nice, but we'll see. So I already told Sam that. And here's the funny thing, pretend stories. He started laughing a little bit. He goes, Fears, he goes, I'm not trying to burst your bubble, but he goes, make sure you have me on speed dial. I was like, oh yeah. I said, I know, buddy. I said, she's the queen goddess of procrastination. So I said, if you get a call from me, he's like, I got you, man. He goes, I'll pick you up. I said, now if she does pick me up, I'll just text you and say, hey man, I already got a ride. And he goes, Fears, he goes, from past experience, he goes, I guarantee you she won't pick you up. I said, yeah, I said, I'm leaning towards that, buddy. But I said, hey, you never know. Every time I think that she's not going to do something, she does it. And every time I think she's going to do it, she doesn't. So, but girls are weird like that. Vision says, sounds like she wants some ectoplasm. You're on this ectoplasmic kick, buddy. Anyway, Visions, I hate to say it, no chopping mall yet, but it's on the internet. I'll watch it. So I'll do a comprehensive review when I get back. And I will finally upload Sleep Away Camp when I get back. So thanks for all your guys' patience. But I need the fucking movie, man, because the Blu-ray is probably chopped. Notice how I said that? Notice that meme there? Chopped full of goodies. It's probably got tons of bonus features. So I must get it. Pretend Story says, oh, fuck Casey. That's pretty funny. That's pretty good. I wouldn't expect anything else from Pretend Story. Well, Pretend Story says he wants to go grab a beer. And he said he's going to find me some like hot, sexy girl at a bar. Let's do that, Pretend Stories. That's a must. Hopefully Sam can come. It should be you, because Pretend Stories, I don't know where he lives in Florida, but he says we live close. So I would fucking lose my mind if Pretend Stories like walked out of his apartment, like from the third floor, and came down to my apartment. And it was like in the same apartment complex. He's like, Fears, you never knew I lived above you this whole fucking time. I would fucking lose my goddamn mind. I'd be like, why didn't you come down and, ages ago? So I'm looking forward to hanging out with Pretend Stories. And Pretend Stories, you have absolutely no say on this. You will be in a vlog. I have to get you. I won't say your real name in the vlog, but I'd like to get my fans in a vlog. So you must participate in a vlog. So there it is. It's going to happen. He's like, we need to get you out to the Gators on Wings Monday night, and you'll find a lady. Let's do that. Fine. Because Fears needs, I need a pick-me-up, man. Well, not just a pick-me-up. I shouldn't say that about women. I need a lady. So I just want her like somewhere between 27 and 39. There has to be a girl out there somewhere between 27 and 39, because I'm going to be 39 this year. So Fears can't be dating 26 and 25 years old anymore, unless they're like super ungodly hot, if they're super, but most 26-year-olds, I know what I was when I was 26, I was super immature. So I don't want that, oh, I just graduated college and I just want to drink and all that other bullshit. I'm like, listen, I'm past all that fucking immature bullshit. I'm like, I just want a stable lady. I want the little pitter patter of little Fears feet before I'm 60, before I get gray hairs coming in. So yeah, get you a lady of the night. Oh shit. I don't know if I'm that slick, Pixel. See, but I like Pixels thinking, hey, Fears, have a lady for every night. Have a Monday girl. Have a Tuesday girl. If I could pull that off, that would be fucking legendary. If you guys remember my story, in college, Fears tried to be that slick. I was like, yeah, man, I'm this fucking pimp. I'm like, I'll get on this girl, I'll get on a little bit of this, and I'll get on a little bit of that. And I dated 3 girls at one time. One girl found out, she slapped me in the face, she left, and then the other 2 girls found out. Probably because that one girl went through my phone and told the other 2 fucking girls. And I was like, I probably shouldn't do that ever again. But I was young and ambitious. I was like, yeah. I said, I'll make this work. 3 girls at one time. Hell yeah. Those were the days. So yeah, enough of that. Pretend Story says she may want ectoplasma, but we want sleepaway camp. That's true. That's a good point. That's a really good point. That's a good point. But yeah, isn't there wiggle room for both? Anyway, but but yeah, bro, you don't have to even approach. Just hang back and give the look, buddy. Oh God, it's been that long. Pretend Stories. I don't even know Fears. It has been so long since I've actually asked a girl out in real life. Because when you're on the dating apps, it's a lot easier. You're like, hey, I love that photo. Hey, I noticed that you're adventurous and you like to travel. So do I. I've traveled to England 25 times in my life. Oh, we've got a bunch of stuff in common. Awesome. That's great. I'd love to grab a cup of coffee sometime. Let me know. So it's easy to do that. But it's been a long time since Fears doesn't even have a look anymore. I've got gray cobwebs growing on Fears' nuts right now. It's been that long. It has been that long. And Randy always gives me this. Well, I don't know if Randy does. Well, I think he said something before. He's like, oh, Fears. He's like, that's bullshit. And I was like, what's bullshit? He said it a long time ago. He's like, Fears. He goes, age is nothing. And I said, well, what do you mean by that? He goes, Fears, when you're 39, you can still date a 26-year-old. He goes, it's legal. And I was like, I know it's legal, but I said, that's a big age gap, buddy. I said, when I'm 4, I like to keep it in my age range. So like when I turn 40, probably the lowest Fears would ever go would be like 28 or 29. So every couple of years you have to add on, you have to bring the age gap up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying. I'm not like Matt Man. Matt Man's like, hey, it's 7 years old. That's rad, And then we're all like, hey, Matt Man, you're fucking out of your goddamn mind, you stupid, disgusting, immoral fuck. That's what I think of Matt Man. Ew. That's another thing. So like when I'm 40, I think that's a good age range. Like 28, 29 to about like 45. You know what I'm saying? So like if I was 40 right now, the age range would be like 27, 28, 29. That's where you start to about 45-ish. So like when I'm 39, like I said, Randall, that girl, and when I'm 39, I said, if I dated a 26-year-old, I said that would have to be the hottest, like hourglass body 26-year-old, and she'd have to be smart and she'd have to be mature. I said, if she's immature, I'd be like, peace, deuce, I'm fucking out of here, I said, I'm done with all the immature bullshit, So, but yeah, but I will take you up on that offer, Pretend Stories. I don't know your real name. I'm going to find out when I get back to Florida because Pretend Stories said we're going to do this. I hope you're not a procrastinator. I'm sure you're not like Casey, but we got to get on some ladies, man. We got to get on some ladies. All right, here. I'm missing comments. Here we go. I like Pretend Stories idea. He says, bro, you don't even have to approach. Yeah, let them come to me. Let's hope. Now, does this place have like a pool table? I love playing pool at a bar. Me and Randall went to a bar and played pool. I smoked his ass. I went to a bar and I smoked Sam's ass. Well, I beat him once. Sam's never played pool, so that really doesn't count. Sam beat me. I'm sorry. I think I beat him. It's on that vlog. I can't remember. Remember the. I don't want to say it and then get it wrong. It was on the pool table vlog. I think I beat him twice and he beat me once, or it's vice versa. Anyway, Larry Tate is here. He says, "What's up, bro? Hope you're doing better." I'm doing a little bit better. I'm not all the way there, but I'm doing better. Pickle says, "Hope you're good." I'm doing better. I'm doing better. Oh, by the way, Larry Tate, Fears just picked up this beauty. Oh shit! By the way, that's a new price. Fears always tries to get deals. It was really $22, and I went, "Come on!" I'm like, "This is this." I'm like, "This movie is made in 1993," and he goes, "You don't think that's a good price?" I was like, "No, $22." I'm like, "No, no, 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 no." I said, "Can you lower it a little bit?" And he went, "How about 14?" I went, "That's good, 14." And he goes, "Well, I'm gonna have to make a new label." So he made a new label and threw it on the top of it. So I was like, "Hell yeah!" So there it is. Fears is always trying to make those deals, man. Whenever I can. And Visions, as soon as I get a new job, buddy, I swear on my life, I'm getting that Return of the Living Dead shirt. I will make that Return of the Living Dead shirt my bitch. I've been saying to Visions for months that I want that shirt. I want that shirt. That shirt is happening. Anyway, Larry Tate says, "What's good, Pixel? I'm good. You don't have to do any of the work." That's good, Pretend Stories. The less work, the better. Visions is laughing right now. He says, "I am AO." Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I don't know who sent me this. Somebody sent me this, and I don't even know what the hell I watched. It was a week before I had to come here, so it was while my dad was still alive, and I was just hunting for jobs. And I went and got something to eat. I come back, and I can't reveal my source, but he went, "Fears, I found this video, and you're gonna fucking lose your mind." And I said, "Well, what is it?" Just he goes, "It's on YouTube. Just click on the link." I go, "Okay." I click on the link. I think I know who made it. I think I know who made it. But the person that sent it to me, he didn't make it. And I guess this person made a troll video. And I had no idea. It wasn't about me. Well, they said my name in it, but the video was not about me. The person that made it was making the video showing how much of an asshole. Basically, it was about a guy talking behind Fears' back. And it was about my arch enemy, Matt Man. So Matt Man was talking some shit about me. And I was like, "Dude, you are the last person to be talking shit about anyone. You are a pedophile." So I click on the video, and I think I know who made this, but I guess it was from years ago, and Matt Man's in one of his stupid bullshit streams, or you know, whatever fucking video he was in. Someone took the audio of Matt Man, and Matt Man says, I guess Matt Man read a comment that Pixel said. And this was from ages ago when we thought Matt Man was okay. Come to find out, we found out that he was a total fucking psychopath. And Pixel says, "Fears is an angel," right? So that's what Matt Man read. And so Matt Man says, "Fears is an angel." And he goes, "Whatever, Pixel." He goes, "He's far from an angel, Pixel." He goes, "You have not met John Fears." "Oh, I've met John Fears. He's far from an angel. He's far from an angel." And so he goes, "I'll tell you something this much." He goes, "I don't care what people saying about me, guys. I don't give a shit what people think about me." He goes, "But I'm going to say something right now." And I'm watching this, and I'm just like, "Oh, God, this fucking guy is so psycho." And he goes, "I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to say it right now." And I'm like, and he kept saying that. "I'm going to say it right now." And I'm like, "So say it, dude." And so then he says, "Quentin's more of an angel than John Fears." I'm just like, Quentin and you are fucking psychopaths. I'm like, I'm not a psychopath. I'm like, Quentin's definitely a psychopath. Matt Man's a psychopath. And then when I found out that Matt Man uh, was a pedophile, Pixel loved it when I did this little impression. I was like, Matt Man's a pedophile, like that. And so then Matt Man imitates me. He's all like, this is my imitation of Fears, you know. Matt Man's a pedophile. And I'm just like, you're just creating a grave for yourself. I'm like, this fucking guy. So I think I know who made that video. I click on it, and this was like a week before I came here, and I'm just like shaking my head, like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, people, I'm like, I was like, I think I know who made it. But for Matt Man to say all that shit, I'm like, dude, you got no room to talk. It was kind of creepy too. I was just like, all right, I've seen enough, and I clicked off of it. So yeah. Let's see. Larry Tate says, don't ask them out. Instead, say, what day are we going out? Don't ask for a yes or a no. That's good, Larry. That's really good. Pretend Story says, this is all about you. What Larry said. Very true. Very true. Pretend Story says, I have a lady, bro. Wait, are you saying you have a lady in mind for me, Pretend Stories? Or are you saying you have a lady? I'm just curious. Like, are you saying that you have a lady in mind for me to date, or you've got your own lady? Let me know. Mercenary Man says, um, uh, I know it's not really your priority right now, but any luck on the job applications? No, Mercenary Man, actually it is. Like, I've been doing both. Like, I've been taking care of I said, Mom, I said, I'm here for you. I said, whatever you need me to do for Dad's funeral, you let me know. I said, so in between all the funeral shit, that's why I brought my laptop. I've been applying for jobs, but I'm going to do what LC said. LC said, Fears, the minute you get back, you need to go to that job agency. He goes, they found me a job that fucking day. And I said, well, I need a job quick. And he goes, they'll get you a job as soon as you get back. So what I'm going to do is, when I find out my flight, if it's late at night, I'm just going to chill with Sam and do the stream. But the very next fucking day, I'm going to that job agency place. So that's the update with that. Larry says, Fears, can you help me negotiate buying a new car? You've got that gift for good deals. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll help you out, buddy. I was able to talk down a salesman and giving me a cheaper DVD. My dad was a great I don't know what you call it, a great negotiator. My grandpa was a great negotiator. I just studied them, and I just wrote down. I was like, all right, I've got the gift of gab. You do this, you do that. You kind of make them feel guilty. You're like at the Twit convention. This is my go-to thing. I'm like, dude, it's Sunday. You really want to pack up all that shit? And he's like, well, no. I said, I can feel it in your bones. You're saying 50, but I said, that's old as shit. That's like from 1985, that toy or that movie prop or whatever. I'm like, $25 sounds good to me. And he'll be like, there's no fucking way. I'm like, oh, there is. Where there's a will, there's a way. It's going to happen. And I'm like, because you don't want to pack. I said, the less shit that you have to pack up in your U-Haul and go to the next convention, the better. And so you just have to kind of like, ease them down. And then he'll be like, well, yeah, you got a point. That's one less thing. And I'm like, that is one less thing. And then I think there's only been like one or two times that I can't talk someone down. Normally I can talk them down. You just have to keep bugging them about it. And eventually you'll get it down. So Larry Tate, if we ever meet, I will help you get that deal for your car, buddy. My dad talked to the guy, my very first car. I split the bill with my dad. My dad paid half and I paid half for my car. The idiot salesman wanted 19 grand. My dad's like, there's no fucking way that's happening. And I was like, go to it, Dad. Go to it. He got him down to 11 grand. And I was like, yeah, go, Dad. And we were kind of a team on that one because my dad said something, then I chimed in. And you could see the bead sweat was going. The guy's like, oh, I mean, I don't know. That's a little low. My dad's like, that's perfect. That's a perfect. It's an in-between price. And the guy's bead sweat. And he's like, I don't know if I can do that. And then I chime in. I'm like, oh, you can definitely do that. You can definitely do that. 11 grand. Sounds pretty good, buddy. And my dad's like, is it a deal? And the guy shook our hand. And I was like, hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Pixel says, "Is it that old Matt Man talks behind your back video?" It is. That's the one. I think I knew who made that, Pixel, but I can't reveal my source. But someone sent me that video a week before I came here. And I was just watching it, and I'm just like, what the hell is this shit? But yeah, it was nuts. It was nuts. Because I was like, Matt Man has no room to talk. I'm like, if I talk behind your back, it's only because I fucking hate your guts, like Quentin, Moody, Adam Pacitti, Matt Man. But if it's a friend, I never talk behind someone's back. Unless it's like something funny and they don't care. Like I've talked behind Randall's back, but it's something hilarious. And then Randall watches it and he's like, yeah, I don't care about that fears. But I would never talk about a friend behind their back if it was something negative. Never. Because I'm not that type of person. So yeah. Let's see. Um I don't know what it is, pretend stories. I really don't. He says, what's the hang up on Casey? She's like, I think it's because like we're still friends and we still kind of talk here and there. She does still care about me in some way. I still care about her. And then uh sometimes she says, "Oh, my mom says to say hi." Her mom loved me and her mom was very sweet. Her mom was very nice. And I think she's like the only true girl that I've ever been in love with. Like the alley chick that I dated before Casey, I was starting to fall in love with. And then she had to move away, and I'm like, well, god damn it, now I got to start all over again. But like Casey didn't go anywhere, so I just kept falling more in love and more in love. I almost like I was thinking about buying an engagement ring and asking her, but I never got to that. I bought her a promise ring, but I never got to give it to her. So I was like, well, that sucks. Mercenary Man says, I'm dropping all the names tonight. Yeah, I know I shouldn't have done that, Mercenary Man. I told you guys I was gonna try not to do that anymore, but I was dropping all the names tonight. Oh shit. But no, Pixel, I saw that video and I was like, I'm way better than Matt Man. Why? Because I'm not a pedophile. And he goes off on this tangent in this video. And he's like, and the person, my source that sent me this video, I can't reveal it. He's like, Fears, check out this crazy fucking video where Matt Man's talking behind your back. And he's like, oh, you haven't met John Fears. Oh, I know John Fears. He's far from an angel. And I'm just like, I haven't done anything that epic. I'm like, Matt, you've done something pretty nuts on the internet, buddy. You know, like, I don't know. It was just nuts. Anyway, I thought you guys would get a kick out of that because I'm like, so it's a video of him talking behind my back. I'm like, he's got no room to talk. I don't care whoever made it. You know, I don't really care who made it. Uh, I just thought it was funny that he was talking behind my back, and I'm like, he's got no room to talk. You know? Anyway, like honestly, I don't care who made it. Just I was like, for him to talk behind my back, I'm like, whatever, dude. Anyway, let's continue on. So, better news: Casey Neistat is back. Thank God, because I love his content. I think his content is amazing. And about 3 or 4 days ago, he made a video where he's like, "Yeah, I'm fed up with LA." And then like, it's time to move back to New York. And I said, oh, is this serious? Because sometimes he does like clickbait, where he'll write something and it's vaguely about the movie. It'll be like one frame where he's like one video he said, I hung out with Justin Bieber. It was only one, he did hang out with Justin Bieber, but it's like one clip of him hanging out at some award ceremony with Justin Bieber, and he said, "Hey Justin, what's up?" Or he says something like that, and then Justin like kind of kicks off a rap, or he sings for like a minute or two, and then the rest of the video is about something completely different. I was like, okay, so I'm like it's kind of relevant, but he was kind of clickbaiting everybody. So I said, what if Casey Neistat is like clickbaiting us, and he's not moving back to New York? Oh no, he moved back to New York, and I was like, well, thank God, because he made his best content in New York. I'm not saying the LA content wasn't good. It was good, but he made less content in LA. He only made like 9 or 10 videos. And he's been there for like 2.5 years, maybe 3. And I'm like, I need me some more content. And that guy inspires me. He's one of the greatest fucking YouTubers ever. I also like Roman Atwood, but like for different reason. Roman Atwood, I highly respect because he's a father. He takes care of his family. He almost makes almost daily content. He's got a hot ass wife. Brittany is smoking hot, right? So I keep watching the video, and I'm like, oh please God, let this be true. Let him actually move back to New York. I'm like, oh pretty please. So he did. And then the last couple of videos, so all of a sudden that was like 9 days ago. Then all of a sudden, like 3 days ago, he makes one of him surfing. And I'm like, okay, so he probably hopped on a plane and went surfing somewhere. No, he went to like New Jersey, like near New York, and like surfed. Then he made a video of why he came back to New York. And then just like a day ago, he made one like where he goes on a date or something like with Candace, which is his wife. And I was like, yes. I'm like, we're getting back to almost daily content. I'm like, thank fucking God. So that's the big news. Oh yes, Casey Neistat is back. I was like, fuck yeah, man. Anyway, let me check the Pretend Story says, I'm confused. Do you love Casey Neistat or the other one? I have no idea what's going on. Probably both. I love Casey Neistat's content, and then I do still love, my Casey, my ex-girlfriend. But I'm not trying to confuse you, Pretend Stories. I'm just saying that Casey Neistat is back on YouTube. He was kind of on YouTube, but he only made like a video in LA like every 8 months or some shit. So yeah, so that's all I got for tonight, guys. So if there's any questions before I go, put them in the chat. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I've got some new epic content coming on my I almost said Twitter, on my TikTok coming soon. More videos of me and Enzo. People love Enzo's my dog, by the way. People love videos of Enzo on my TikTok. So if you've not subscribed to that, more Enzo videos coming, more insanity, more hilarious stuff on my TikTok. And Fears is going to try to do more videos. I don't know about daily content, but I am I got inspired by Casey Neistat coming back, and I got inspired by my dad. Him and me got to have a conversation before he died, and he said, whatever you decide to do in life, he goes, I'll totally back you up. And he goes, don't give up that passion, don't give up that drive. He's like, don't give up that spark of creativity. And he said, keep making your videos. He's like, keep doing your own thing. But he goes, also try and find a stable job. He goes, I want you to be happy. He goes, find a lady, have some kids, enjoy life. He's like, try not to get stressed out too much. He goes, I know life is stressful. He goes, I want all those things for you. And I just thought, oh man, I'm like, Dad still wants me to do my content. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. So I got inspired by both Casey Neistat and my dad, and more my dad, but Casey also inspired me too. And I was like, well, if I have a job, I don't know about daily content, but definitely weekly content, or as many days as I possibly can, because that's the only way you're going to get successful, guys. The more content, the more people talk about you, the more people share your videos and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. You should go on Steve-O's podcast and tell the story of how you snuck away from church camp to party with him. If I could ever get on his podcast, Larry, I would. Like, Steve-O doesn't remember me. If any of my fans ever had a way to contact Steve-O and tell him, hey, Fears did this like when I was like 15, 16 years old. Oh no, no, I was older than that because I was in community college. So I would have been about 18, 19-ish when I met Steve-O, somewhere around there. I definitely would. I would go on his podcast, man. But I'm a realist. I guarantee it, I'm never going to be on his podcast because that would help. If I ever got on his podcast, millions upon millions of people hear that. I guarantee you, I would have the next day after his podcast, my TikTok will be up to 1 million. Both of my YouTube channels would be up to 1 million or close to it, So yeah. Pretend Story says, "I'll show my girl your video." Okay, so it's your girlfriend. I thought you meant Pretend Stories that you had a girl in mind for me to date, and I was like, "Oh, that's good news." Yeah, show her my TikTok. I don't know Pretend Stories. I don't know if you're following my TikTok. If you're not, you got to follow it. Fearsman26 on the old TikTokage. Show her Fears vlogs and show her the stream, show her the vlog, and then show her the Fearsman26 content. By the way, speaking of Fearsman26 content, if you guys have not checked it out, earlier I uploaded all of the jump scares. So I took about the 9 or 10 jump scares that we had. I said I'm sure there'll be more, and I said I'm sure there'll be a part two because Pixel said he's gonna try and give me as many jump scares as humanly as possible when me and Sam continue to game. But I said, well, I have enough for like a 2, 3 minute video. So if you guys haven't checked it out, right after the stream is done, go to Fearsman26, and I labeled it Fearsman Jump Scares. I thought that would be a nice title. Fearsman Jump Scares. Short, sweet, simple, to the point. So yeah. But yeah, show her all that stuff, Pretend Stories. Hopefully she'll like it. And if she likes it, have her subscribe. What was the last thing he said to you? Was it that he wanted you to keep making content? No, that wasn't the last thing. Because towards the end, Visions, um, it's good that he wasn't in pain, but whenever you like get close to the end and you're in that much pain, my dad was in the hospital, so they give you morphine. Morphine makes you sleepy. So the last thing that I heard him say was, I came in, I had to take a break because it was hard to look at my dad like that. They had so many tubes, like in his ear, up his nose, in his mouth. I was like, oh God. So I had to take a break. So I went and got a cup of coffee. I came back, and my mom always kept saying, hey, my mom was like, hey, John, because my dad's name is John. Like, hey, John, I just want to let you know, my mom always calls me Johnny. So my mom was like, hey, John, I just want to let uh, you know, Johnny's here. I'm here. Grandma's here. My brother Thomas, like Thomas is here. And then he looked at my mom and said, I love you. And then he looked over at me and he said, hi, John. I said, I love you, Dad. And he goes, I love you too. So that was the last thing he said. But that's the most important thing. Thank God. The content thing was like the last clear conversation we had, which was not this trip, but the last trip, like when he was in the hospice. He said, John, he goes, it's important to have hobbies and passions and dreams. He goes, but I want you to be happy in life. So he said, I want you, he goes, I really want you to try your best to get a stable job, find a good girl, get married. He goes, I guarantee you, you're going to be a great father one day. He goes, you got that ambition. He goes, then you could make content with you and your son or you and your daughter and do it like Roman. And I was like, Dad doesn't know who Roman Atwood is, but I'm like, he's heard me talk about him, so I'm like, that's probably why he said that. And he goes, so I want you to be happy. So he's like, really try and find a stable job and get married. He's like, because I may not be able to see that. And I was like, well, I hope you see it, Dad. He's like, me too. Unfortunately, he won't get to see all that, unfortunately. But he said, if I do go before all that, he's like, promise me you'll get a good job, find a good girl, get married, have kids. He goes, but he goes, do not give up on your content. He goes, I haven't seen every single video, but he's like, the videos I have seen are really good. And and I said, you're not just saying that because I'm your son, right? And he goes, no, no, no. He goes, I really do like them. He goes, the Fears Man shit is hilarious. well, he didn't say shit, but he said the Fears Man stuff's hilarious, and he said some of your vlogs are great. And he goes, again, I haven't seen every video, and he's like, I don't watch the streaming stuff. And I said, oh, okay. And I said, there's nothing bad in the streams though, Dad. And he's like, yeah. He goes, but he goes, they're just way too long. And I said, oh, okay. I said, well, I said, well, Dad, actually, people like long streams. I said it depends on what people watch on YouTube and stuff. I said, but they don't like short streams. And I said, I've heard from fans that they say, don't do a too short vlog, but don't do a too long vlog. Like normally people have told me a 10 to 15-minute vlog is pretty good. So, you know, that's pretty cool that he said like continue your content. And I remember he said, don't give up on your content. He's like, don't give up on your passions. He's like, I loved photography and I did it, until the day I die. So my mom, in my dad's will, he said, he gave stuff to my brother, he gave stuff to my mom, he gave stuff to me, and then he gave stuff to the entire family. But under my name, he gave me his big high def um, photography camera, and it's got my mom bought him like massive lens. They're like this long. So my dad's like, those are for filming. Those lenses are for photography. Like if you want to like zoom in and photograph stuff. I like photography, but filming and editing is my favorite. And then I said, Dad, does your high def camera have 4K? And he goes, it's got everything. He goes, it's got 4K. You can do photos on it. You can do videos. And he goes, I really want you to take that and have that. He goes, because I know you'll put the most use to it. So probably whenever I do like my review videos or like my sit down videos, I'm going to use my dad's high def camera. But I can't take it back with me on this trip because my bag is already filled. My bag is already filled. So my mom's like, take all your stuff from this trip. He goes, and then the next trip, she's like, bring a bigger bag. And then she goes, we can put your dad's high def camera in because it comes in a carrying case, but the carrying case is like, it's like this big and like this tall because it's a huge high def camera. It has like these massive lenses, like as big as the Casey Neistat cameras, and then it's got that fucking massive tripod that Casey has, the bendy one. So it's not exactly like Casey Neistat's high def camera with the bendy tripod, but it's like it. But anyway, so Vision says, well, that's good. But the very last thing I heard him say, he looked at my mom, and my brother were standing on this side, and then I was on this side of the bed. So he looked at my mom and said, I love you. And then he said, Thomas, I love you. And I said, hey, Dad, I'm here. And I said, I love you. And then he says, I love you too, son. So I was like, well, if that has to be the last thing that my dad said, that's pretty fucking awesome. So yeah. Pretend Story says, rest in peace, John Sr., a real man. Well, he's not, we're not senior. I'm not junior. Pretend Stories, but thank you for saying that. We all have different middle names. Like my grandfather, he was John David Fears. I've got a different middle name. My dad's got a different middle name. But I know what you're saying. Florida will have plenty of jobs after the storm hits, paying big money to catch snakes and other wildlife. Right, Larry? Right? So I just hope I can find something quick at that job agency. LC said, Fears, he goes, I went. He goes, and then they found me a job. I was like, and he said they do high paying jobs, like 18, 19, $20 an hour. I was like, that's exactly what I need to pay all my bills. So, and I trust LC. By the way, I haven't been watching a lot of LC's content. How's he been doing? Have you guys been watching his content? Is he still doing I watched a couple of his Spider-Man streams. Is he still doing the Spider-Man streams? And then is he still doing like his like toy hunts and like his toy reviews and stuff like that? Hopefully it's going good. So LC, shout out to LC. So yeah. Well, anyway, I'm gonna call it a night, guys, because by the time I finished editing that jump scare video, I did this. I haven't had a shower yet. I've eaten, but now I'm getting hungry, so I may have like a late night snack because it's like It's like 11:28 here. So, I will keep in touch with you guys. You guys keep in touch. Follow me on social media, and if you're not following me on social media, follow me and send me a message. And oh yeah, Sam said I'm going to be on the Marinara podcast soon again, which the first time was fucking legendary. So I cannot wait. Cannot wait to be on the Marinara podcast for part two. But look out for a big gaming stream right when me and Sam, right after Sam picks me up at the airport. Now, if Casey picks me up at the airport, I have to have some quality time with me and her. Uh, Me and Sam may have to do the gaming stream the next night. But I don't know if she's gonna pick me up. We'll see. I hope so. Fingers crossed. All right, I'm gonna skedaddle, but I see you guys later. Peace and love, and pretend stories. Right when I get back home, write me a message, buddy, because we got to get this Gators hangout thing going. And if you guys don't know what Gators is, it's a big like Florida like sports bar slash like nightclub type of thing. I don't know. Pretend stories. You could probably tell everybody better. It's I don't know. It's like when you look at it, it doesn't look like a nightclub, but it's like a sports bar, but there's nightclub aspects to it. So I don't know, but I'll take pretend stories word for it, and hopefully there's a lot of hot women there. Anyway, I'll probably be a little shy because I haven't talked to a real woman in in real life in a long time. And it's been a long time since I've asked out a girl in real life, so I'm a little rusty, but it'll come back to me. All right, Fierce loves you guys. Fierce cares about you guys. Keep in touch. Keep sending those not bears. Jesus Christ, bears. Keep sending those prayers, and blessings, and all that good stuff. Fierce loves you. Fierce cares about you. Deuces. Peace. I'm out. All right, bye. GUNG.